Hello, Candice Sanderson, author of The Reluctant Messenger. Today I would like to share an experience I had at Church of Spiritual Light in Fort Myers, Florida last Monday, which was April 1st, 2019. I attended their twice monthly Reiki and Crystal Bowl meditation. Once I got there, I got my cot ready. The way the room is set up, there are chaise lounges or cots around the perimeter of the room, and the crystal bowls are in the very center of the room. And as soon as I got there and I was getting things ready, the messages started right away. The first thing that happened was I heard and saw in my mind's eye the word faith. I got my journal out and immediately started writing because it was pretty clear the messengers were already there. Then, and this is still just a few minutes before the meditation actually began, I felt the unmistakable presence of angels. When they enter any meditation where I am, I have this overwhelming feeling of just, compassion and love. I usually tear up, usually more than that. Tears just roll down my face. But their heavenly presence is just divine, and I could tell that the light that they emanated were bathing everybody at the meditation in this most sacred and divine space. And then the messages began. I'd begun seeing the word and hearing the word faith, and I knew that this would be tied into what the messages were. And the message was, have faith on your journey of life. Know your truth is found in the steps you take, one at a time, leading to your truth. Each person's path is individual, and only their steps can lead them down this sacred path of truth. Let go of any thoughts that distract you. Bring forth goodness. Allow it to permeate your physical body, your non-physical body, your soul. Faith. The energy of faith is like a silent snow upon the grasses of earth, covering all with a divine blanket of purity. Let your body sink in. Bathe your body in this timeless, ageless wisdom. And with those words, my vision began. I had a perspective, like a bird's eye perspective. I zoomed back and I watched. I saw this beautiful snow-covered plain. It was dark. It was at night. Then I saw myself standing in the center of this field. The observer me, so I'm in two places at one time. So the observer me watched as the other me fell back like in very slow motion, and my body drifted and dropped into this snowy abyss, this Arctic abyss. And as I fell through the snow, the layers of snow, it seemed to just keep calling me to go deeper and deeper. And although I would expect that I would feel cold in the snow, I didn't at all. I continued to sink deeper and deeper, and then the snow above me started to cover me. It toppled over me, and then I was eventually completely entombed in the snow. And once that happened, I experienced the only thing that I can call is the purity of the snow. I felt a sense of love. I knew without a doubt that I was loved beyond measure, and I continued sinking. Then the cells of my body felt like they just were exploding as my physical body just disappeared. And I felt like I was totally dissolved into the consciousness and the wisdom of the snow. The observer me now, looking from above, noticed something in the sky, and I turned to look, and I saw this large snowy owl swoop across this dark sky. It was just, silent as can be, just going across this field where the other me had just stood. And then the angels came in and spoke again. Know ye are one with God, one with Creator, for a divine spark from the Creator's bosom has been placed in your heart. Know your truth, know your wisdom, know your unity with all that is. Move as one. Move in silence like the snowy owl who soars across the snow-driven fields, silent, ever so silent as it soaks in the void, that magical darkness of the unmanifested where all things are possible. With these words, then the snowy owl reappeared, and I watched his silent flight as he just sped through the dark. The sky was black, but it was not darkness of shadow. It was darkness of a womb. It was the world of potential just waiting to be birthed upon a new horizon. It was this magical place where everything and all things are possible. And then the angels continue talking. Have faith, my love, for guidance is within you. It is like the wisdom of the owl as he sees within the dark void of probabilities and possibilities of the unmanifested world where things are born. As I scribble these words in my journey, then I returned to the other me that was buried in the bowels of the snow. I sensed a change, and with that change, I automatically took a few very deep breaths. And then the darkness that surrounded me in this, tomb or sarcophagus of snow began to fade. And as the darkness faded, the snow began to break away. And then I saw it. I saw light, and it felt so expansive. My body that had been trapped in the snow was freed, and I felt I was totally liberated. The womb of the snow released me, and I began floating upward. And then I picked up speed, and I went so fast. I, zoomed what felt like in the sky, and I felt so close that I had to really close my eyes. Of course, my eyes are already closed because I'm in the meditation, unless I'm, journaling. But this other me had to close my eyes so that I wouldn't get a little seasick. It was just so dizzying. I felt myself slowing down. And then when I opened my eyes, I was in this most magical space. My physical body, had completely disappeared, and it left my spiritual body. I was nothing, yet I was everything. And then I realized, wasn't this what the angels had said? I was in this space of pure potential where anything and everything were possible. And while I was in this state of what I can only call supreme bliss, the angels spoke again. Soar into the darkness. Know that your inner wisdom is guided by a supreme connection to the divine. Float in this mystical, magical space. Allow faith to guide you. This entire meditation had begun with that one word, faith. What is it? By allowing the divine guidance within to lead you, I had ended up experiencing one of the more memorable spiritual journeys that I've had. And I guess I will always be grateful to the messengers and the lessons that I've learned. I hoped I could heed their words of advice, to trust guidance, trust that inner vision, because it is guided by the divine. I understand that my path of truth is uniquely mine, just as yours is uniquely yours, but that I am not alone. The divine guidance, nor are you. The divine guidance from the angels are always there. Now, just a quick postscript. As I was transcribing my notes from this meditation yesterday, I took a break just to check my various social media accounts. and I found two different posts that really made me smile. On Sunday, which was the day before the Reiki Crystal Bowls meditation, Reverend Renee Bledsoe had posted a picture of herself with the gift that her daughter had given her. And I smiled because it was a stuffed toy of Hedwig, that snowy white owl from Harry Potter. And it didn't stop there. After seeing Renee's post, Sandy, who was also at the meditation, posted another picture. When she went to pick up her daughter from school on Monday, so this is just hours before the meditation, her daughter was holding a snowy white owl. It was a stuffed toy from one of her friends who had loaned it to her for the day or so. So I couldn't help but think, how perfect this was. Two snowy owls manifesting the day before and the day of the meditation. And I took this as just another validation that we are all connected. And it brought back to me the messages from the angels who said to make sure that you have faith, know that our inner vision is guided by a supreme connection to all that is, the supreme connection to the divine. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like to subscribe, please click below. And if you would like to receive notifications when something new is uploaded, click that little icon that looks like a bell. Until next time, thank you so much. Have a great day.